Dear respected Thai, dear community, today is Monday, the 14th of July in the year 2025, and we are in the Healing Spring Monastery during the meditation and hiking retreat. And we have just finished our morning sitting meditation. And during the meditation this morning, we learned that we are more than just a human being. We are also the earth. We are also the air, the water. And if we look at ourselves, some of you, or yesterday we have a birthday, somebody has birthday. It means we are also time, and we are also space. So we are more than just this body. We are more than just a human being. And we look at ourselves, we also have the element of plants. We interact with plants. Especially our diet is vegan, so we know our body, our mind is also made of plants. We are made of the carrot that we eat. We are made of the salad that we eat. And we are also the animal. The fruit that we eat is also from the insect that help the plants to fruits. So we all interact. And the biggest things that we can see, we are also the star. We are also part of the galaxy. So we are not something that is separated. But there is a very big tendency to think that we are separate and we are an independent individual. Very, very easy to have that thinking. Because we experience a moment where we feel separated, and that become our original fear and desire at the same time. The fear of disconnection and the desire to connect. And we crave for that connection because we experience that immense safety before in the womb of our mother. 9 months we experience a deep connection of care and friendship and love. You have 24 hours, someone is always with you. You never feel alone. When you feel hungry, the food is flowing to you, and somebody breathes for you, somebody talks to you. And when we are born, on that day, we get separated, and we have to take the first breath, which is very dangerous moment because we never breathed before. And that was the first time we have to breathe. And the body start to feel strange because you're exposed to something else, the different temperature. And if we are not able to take the first breath, then you die directly. So that moment is very critical, and all the unwholesome seed are being touched. The seed of fear, the seed of anxiety, the seed of despair even can arise. And after you are able to breathe the first breath, you may feel hungry. And this time, there is no more food that flow to your umbilical cord on the stomach. And this time you have to learn how to milk. And if we are separated from the mother, then it is more scary because you suddenly experience a total being alone. And when we are hungry and we get very desperate because all the limbs are not functioning, you can move around but you cannot walk, cannot do anything. So we feel like we are dependent on someone. And that seed is still very strong in us because it is experienced by all being born and separated. And this sometimes mix up in our mind, mix up our rationality, mix up the reality. Even we are in this beautiful environment, and sometimes we can feel disconnected. We can feel alienated. Because we have these two things, we feel like we want to connect, but we don't have connection. Then we have this original fear and desire. They take turn to take place in our mind. Our mind, yesterday we have learned in the diagram, in the circle. So every time a mental formation arises from the store consciousness to the mind consciousness, so when something arises in the mind consciousness, then it becomes our experience. So when we say, oh, I feel anxious, so that we know the seed has become the mental formation. So the seed has become fruit. Because then we can experience it. Maybe I draw on the board so that we can see. So when there is a seed being touched and the seed become big like this in the mind, we call it, in this one is called it mind consciousness, this is thought consciousness. When it arises here, then we can experience it. When they are here, we cannot experience it. Right now, for example, if you don't feel angry, then you know that your angry is here, not here. If now you feel, let's say, cloudy in your mind, we use this word cloudy because the seed of cloudiness is going up, and that's where we experience cloudiness. Yeah. And everything that's going up, it is not like this. Huh? This is a wrong diagram. This is just for the sake of explanation. But this form of diagram, how we draw it, is not correct. Because when we do this as if there is the whole empty space with one thing inside, we think like this, which is not correct. So when there is something being touched and it goes up, it will hijack the whole space. It will hijack the whole mind. You have only one mind. Yeah. But in this place, you can have several things. You can have fear, you can have despair at the same time, and you can have anxiety at the same time. And three of them will hijack the whole things and become one color. If we have depression, if we go inside ourselves, we look what mental formation we have, we may find so many of them. We may find anger is there, we may find fear is there, despair is there, so many other things is there. That is why sometimes it's very overwhelming and it's very difficult to live, because of all of this unwholesome seed is blooming in our mind consciousness. And like the color, painting color, if we put 5 colors, they are not 5 colors, they are one color. So our mind is the same. When it come out like this, they all become one mind. Yeah. So it's very difficult to identify what do we have. So in our practice, we suggest that we can touch also another kind of seed at the same time. The seed that can bring transformation and healing. The seed that have energy of care and energy of peace. So the first seed we want to touch is the seed of mindfulness. So when we have the seed of mindfulness being touched and generated to the mind consciousness, it means this energy will hijack the whole space too. It will be mixed into the whatever we have. Whatever suffering we have, it will cover the whole thing. It will embrace the whole thing. And we can have also the seed of concentration. When we touch the seed of mindfulness, we have the seed of concentration. For me, in my practice, when I try to define, sometimes we need words to define. For me, mindfulness is a momentary awareness. And this concentration is the duration of my mindfulness. Let's say if I look at the flower, I recognize that it's flower. This momentary knowing is the mindfulness, but when I observe my in-breath and out-breath, I look at the flower, the duration of the mindfulness, I call it concentration. And that is why every moment of mindfulness is also every moment of concentration. And then the next one is the seed of understanding, the seed of right view, right thinking. When we look at this flower long enough, we can investigate this flower deeply. And we can discover so many things. When we look at the flower long enough, then we can see where is this flower come from. And the closest one is this leaf, and the roots, and the air, and etc. And then we see all of them, they must be in this flower too, including the sunshine, the one who sprayed the flower, they must be all inside this flower. With this understanding, we are not only looking at the form of the flower, but we can see all the elements of the flower. So we have 3. mindfulness, concentration, and insight. So we generate this so we can look deeply at our fear, we can look deeply of our anger, we can look deeply at our anxiety. And the way we are able to observe this, then we can have understanding. Where are these come from? The story that I just shared is probably, we use the word probably because we never can be sure. It's the cause of our fear and suffering. And then we get water by time. We experience one separation after another separation after another separation. Then that separation becomes very strong. And with the collective lifestyle that we have, which is individuality, I live my life, you live your life, I live my space, you live your space, then it becomes more stronger and stronger, that seed of separation. And then we have this part that we have not talked about yet, which is manas. This part is, we call it the lover, because this part, the job is to make us happy, to look for the way out from suffering, to look for happiness for us. But this part has no understanding. So when you feel boredom, this part will recognize it and feel not good about feeling boring. So this part will force your thinking to think, and it will go down to look for information where you can feel good. It's only good and bad, and then they will ask you to subscribe the television so that you can watch this, you can watch that, or take out your phone so you can scroll, so that you can forget your anxiety, you can forget your boredom. And this part, it has no understanding of what is suffering and what is happiness. The way it thinks is just happiness is surviving, good feeling is surviving, and bad feeling is dying. So it's very survival instinct. And it works very, very quick. You don't even have a time to think, to decide. It decides for you already. And not only that, it also has no, it does not know moderation. So when we get addicted, this part plays a very important role. Because we think that things will free us from suffering. Even our understanding is already sprout out. Know that this, what I'm doing is not right anymore. But this is so strong to push us to continue the consumption. So we have a body, which is the eye, the nose, the tongue, the eye, nose, tongue, ear, and the body. So the 5 senses. So this will ask all of this to move around based on the mind, what is happening in the mind. So you may watch something, you may listen to something, you may eat something when we suffer. Because these are the senses, the place where our mind can run away to, including the mind also can run away. So when these places are not guarded by mindfulness, concentration, and insight, then this mind, the body, parts or the senses will become the slave of this part. So we want to claim our agency and we want to claim our freedom from all of these automatic things. Yeah. Safety also means, for this, safety also means something we know. Like you brush your teeth, you know you brush your teeth. We know how to brush teeth already. So this will help you to just brush your teeth, and it can help you to think. Yeah. Because you memorize how to brush the teeth, and all your mouth articulation know already how to brush the teeth. So as soon as you put your toothbrush in your mouth, you can think already. Yeah. You don't have to be there for the brushing teeth. When you eat, it's the same. Your articulation, your throat know already how to swallow, when you have to swallow, how many times you bite or you chew. They already memorize, so you don't need to be there, you can think. Manas also means thinking. And we think it's because we want to look for safety. We are looking for anticipation. We're looking for preparation in order to feel safe. Because if we know, then we feel safe. If we don't know, we feel not safe.